All right, have you ever tried to just not do anything? Not sit there like and watch TV or be on your phone or relax or whatever else we commonly call not doing anything, but really not do anything. So sit there or lie there, but then you might fall asleep. Sit there and not do anything. What happens? It's a really cool experiment to do. I mean, it can be painful because of what happens when you try to do it. So there could be, like right now in my situation, there could be something pulling at you from the outside world, such as a small child, or some responsibility. Gotta do homework, gotta get this done for work, gotta make dinner, gotta. Something pulling at you, even a noise, car alarm, something loud, that's pulling at you to do something. Go out there and shout at the loud thing. I don't know, take care of stuff. So even just on that level, it's extremely hard to just not do anything, even for 1 minute. These days, it feels like even 1 minute of not doing anything, you might die. You might just keel over. The world will end. You'll lose your job. You're going to fail out of school. You're going to lose your relationship if you don't text back to this person right now or whatever. That's yeah, obviously. That's difficult. But I'm talking about even like internally, as I like to do. Internally, what happens if you just sit there? Man, it is like torture. And we each have our own version of this torture. The things that our like minds can undertake to fill this like space of nothing happening. It's incredible how many there are, how many of these things, how many strategies, how many strong pulls we have when we're trying to do this like impossible thing of not doing anything for a second. And I guess that's kind of like the power of it. That's the point of it. Because if you really do it, you come into this is what happened to me when I did try to do this like officially for half a day a few years ago, like a long time. You come into direct contact with the crap that's always going on in here, constantly. Direct contact. So there's no excuses, there's no anything, you just are in contact with it. This happens when, people try to meditate, for sure. And there's various ways of dealing with it or whatever. But I think that just the power, the power of it, seeing the power of it is almost like the most important lesson that I got from it. That it's always there, one pull or another, one drama or another, one requirement or another, like one responsibility you have to take care of, one future thought, one or some regret, some past thought, something, constantly. It is unbelievable, the power of it. And then what do? what do you do with that? What do you do against that, I guess, if you want to turn it into a battle? It is overwhelming. And it feels like impossible to just stop and not do anything. Mentally, also. The not doing anything physically, like you can force yourself, you can will yourself into it, right? You can sit here and close your eyes and say, I'm meditating. Here I go, I'm going to do this for 5 minutes, set a timer. But then, internally, I mean, sometimes you can even will that to stop. You're like, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to think. But like, what's underneath that harsh willpower? A bunch of stuff that you're just not letting out right now. It's gonna come out later. Incredible power, pull, momentum, all these words that you hear all the time, spiritual talk. So it is difficult. Like, there's a reason why everyone says, like, meditation is hard. A lot of people. I can't stop this. I cannot accept my thought and then let it glide away. I can't do that. It's too hard. This thought is demanding. This thought is strong. This thought is important. I can't just be like, oh yeah, there it goes. That's hard. So it's just the power of it, I think. It's just a great lesson to take away from it. And there's also, of course, I think later on in it, if you really sit in that ocean for a while, you might get a sense of like the other thing, the other side of it. And I guess that was actually the even more important thing that happened, I guess, when I did nothing for a while. was to realize, to feel, I guess, to experience that there is a part of me that doesn't care if I do anything or not. That's it. It's not like a part of me that's like, oh, who cares? Who cares about my kids? Who cares about my job? Who cares about any of this crap? It's not like that. It's without doing anything, I'm still me. Boom. That's it. I don't need to do anything to be myself. There's a kind of hard to talk about, but it's an experience more than some thing that you know. And I think that if we are constantly always doing stuff, how on earth would we ever come into contact with that feeling? We don't even we never know it. I mean, we never give it a chance to even be there because we're always doing stuff. So how are you going to feel okay with not doing anything if you never try that? If you never do it? And you don't have to do it for a long period of time. You could do it over, of course, it's way more important to do it throughout the day or throughout freaking life, so that so that you feel it, so that it's part of your life. That's way more important than doing it once at an ashram or something. But how are we ever going to come in contact with anything like that if we're constantly just filling every moment with something? But in lots of ways, it's sort of what we're looking for. I mean, that's another thing you hear all the time. The thing that we're looking for, all of us, can't be found where we're freaking looking for it. I mean, I think I talked about this already in some other video. So then where the heck is it? Well, I can tell you the feeling of knowing that I'm still me without doing anything was getting pretty close to feeling, fulfillment or, feeling okay with myself, basically, without the constant need to achieve or do or think or this or that or any freaking thing. Hard to talk about. I think I'll leave it there for now. Thanks.